Welcome to Prophets of Babel with your host Janine. Today we are reading the Plates of Brass, Torah of Moses, Third Sefer of Moses, chapter 21 through 33. Welcome.
Chapter 22, Manna, what is this? And it came to pass that in the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt, Moses and Zipporah brought Israel from the sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water, and pitched their tents in Marah. But behold, they could not drink the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah. And it came to pass that the people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah cried unto Yahweh, and Yahweh instructed them to take a branch that had fallen from a tree. And when Zipporah cast the rod into the waters were made sweet. And there Moses and Zipporah gave them a statute and an ordinance. And the women were led by Zipporah and Miriam in pouring out libations unto Yahweh of the sweet water unto the earth. For such was the abundance of water. And there Yahweh proved Israel. And the voice said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of Yahweh, thy Elohim, and wilt do that which is right in my sight, and wilt give ear to my mitzvah, and keep all my statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians. For I am Yahweh, I am Ha Elohim, that healed thee. And all the congregation of Israel did hear the voice, and they were afraid, and desired to flee that place. And it came to pass that Israel went on, and they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. And there in Elim, Israel expressed their marvel, for they did see the angel of Yahweh going before them, and with them as fire in the night. And they did hear the voice of Yahweh as a thunder from within their hearts. And they had seen the plagues of Israel and feared Yahweh, even their Elohim, that had delivered them from evil. And it came to pass that Israel took their journey from Elohim on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. All their congregation of Israel came unto a place of rest in the wilderness. And there the whole congregation of Israel murmured against Moses and Zipporah and Aaron and Miriam. And Israel said unto Moses and Aaron, Would we had died by the hand of Yahweh in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said Yahweh unto Moses and Zipporah, Behold, I will rain food from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather enough for everyone, according to the number of your persons. Take ye every one for them which are in your tent. And this that I may prove them, whether they will walk in my Torah or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all of Israel, This evening then ye shall know that Yahweh hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. And in the morning then ye shall see the glory of Yahweh, for he heareth your murmurings against him. And who are we that ye murmur against us? And Moses said, This shall be when Yahweh shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that Yahweh heareth your murmuring, which ye murmur against him. And who are we? Your murmuring are not against us, but against Yahweh. And it came to pass that Moses spake unto Aaron, Say unto all the congregation of Israel, Come near before Yahweh, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of Israel, that they did look out toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yahweh appeared in the cloud. And it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Moses and Zipporah, saying, I have heard the murmuring of Israel, my children. Now speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, your Elohim. And in that evening the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoarfrost on the ground. And when Israel saw it, they said one to another, what is it? For they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which Yahweh hath given you to eat. This is the thing which Yahweh hath commanded. Gather of it every one according to their eating. And Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white. And the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. Chapter 23, the Sabbath of the seventh day. And it came to pass that Israel went about to gather manna, some more, some less. And when they did take enough, that they gathered much and had nothing over, and they that gathered little had no lack, they gathered every one according to their eating. And Moses said, let no one leave it till the morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred maggots and stank. And Moses was wroth with them. And they gathered it every morning, every one according to their eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the sixth day they gathered twice as much for every person. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And Moses said unto them, this is that which Yahweh hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath of the seventh day unto Yahweh. Bake that which ye will bake today, and see that ye will see, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any maggots therein. And Moses said, eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto Yahweh. Today you shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the seventh day for to gather, and they found none. And Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, how long will my children refuse to keep my mitzvah and my Torah? Look, for that Yahweh hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the sixth day the bread for 2 days. Abide ye every one in their place. Let no one go out of their place on the seventh day. And it came to pass that Zipporah and Miriam went out and gathered the daughters of Israel, and they did grant them the mitzvah of the Sabbath of Yahweh. And these daughters took this Torah back and taught their homes. And Israel rested on the seventh day. And it came to pass that Moses said unto Israel, this is the mitzvah which Yahweh hath given. Fill a vessel of the bread of Yahweh to be kept for your generations, that ye may see the bread wherewith Yahweh hath fed you in the wilderness, when he brought you forth from the land of Egypt. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot and fill it full of manna therein, and lay it up before Yahweh to be kept for your generations. And it came to pass that as Yahweh commanded Moses, so did Aaron, and he laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And it came to pass that Israel did eat manna until they came into the borders of the land of Canaan. Chapter 24, water from the rock. And it came to pass that in the third month after their departing out of the land of Egypt, all the congregation of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeyings according to the commandment of Yahweh, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and Zipporah, and say, give us water that we may drink. And it came to pass that Moses said unto them, why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt Yahweh? And Israel thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and Zipporah, saying, wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst, thou and thy wife, the foreigner? And Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, what shall I do unto this people? they be almost ready to stone us. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go ye before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel and thy rod. Take in thine hand and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, and the people may drink. And it came to pass that Moses did, even as he was told in the sight of the elders of Israel. And Moses called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of Israel, and because they tempted Yahweh, saying, Is Yahweh among us or not? But Moses did not give the glory to Yahweh, and the elders of Israel did bless Moses, and Yahweh was not blessed. But Zipporah, the wife of Moses, did remember Yahweh, and she and Miriam did lead the daughters of Israel in offering libations to remember the blessings of Yahweh. And Yahweh was pleased and blessed the daughters of Yahweh for remembering that all good things come from Yahweh. Chapter 25, the sign of the covenant. And it came to pass that in the 3rd month after their departing out of the land of Egypt, that the Amalekites worried that Israel should come and destroy them. Therefore they came forth to do battle with Israel. And Moses saw their armies, and he went to Yahweh, saying, I could lead the men of Egypt into battle and prevail, but Israel hath no armies. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, Gather strong men from each of the tribes, and Joshua, son of Nun, shall lead them. And thou shalt watch them from above, and shall raise up thy hand in my name. And behold, when thy hand is raised in the sign of my covenant, as given to thee and Zipporah by my servant Jethro the rule, her father, Israel shall prevail. But if thy hand shall fail thee, the power endowed thee from the covenant shall fail, and Israel shall falter. And it came to pass that Moses went and said unto Joshua, Choose us out from all the tribes of Israel, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Ha Elohim in my hand, and Israel shall prevail. And it came to pass that Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, the brother of Moses, and Hur, the son of Miriam, went up to the top of that hill. And it came to pass that Moses held up his hand in the sign that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. And when the hand of Moses grew heavy, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hand, the one on the one side and the other on the other side, and his hand was steady until the going down of the sun. And it came to pass that Joshua overthrew Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in the book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And it came to pass that Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nissi. For Moses said, Because a hand was lifted up towards Yah, and behold, Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And Miriam and Zipporah led the daughters of Israel in song and dance, and offered libations before Yahweh. Chapter 26, the division of labor. And it came to pass in the 3rd month from the time that Israel had gone out from the land of Egypt, came they into the wilderness of the mount of Ha Elohim. And it came to pass that in that month Jethro, the Ruel, the high priest of El Elyon, Moses' father-in-law, having heard of all that Ha Elohim had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and that Yahweh had brought Israel out of Egypt, then Jethro, the father of Zipporah, who he did give unto Moses for a wife, after he had sent her back to gather Moses from that well, came and visited with his daughter and her 2 sons. And it was that Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, wherefore he encamped at the mount of Ha Elohim. And Jethro sent a messenger unto Moses, saying, I, thy father-in-law, am come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and did bow unto him and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that Yahweh had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for the sake of Israel, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how Yahweh delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Yahweh had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be Yahweh, who hath delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. And now I know that Yahweh is greater than all the Elohim, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. And Jethro, the father-in-law of Moses, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for Elyon, and Aaron came, and all the men of the elders of Israel, to eat bread with the father-in-law of Moses before Ha Elohim. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat in to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. And the father-in-law of Moses saw all that he did for the people, and he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why doth thou sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning until evening? And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of our Elohim. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and the other, and I do make them know the laws and statutes of Ha Elohim. And the father-in-law of Moses said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away both thee and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and Elyon shall be with thee, and Ha Elohim shall be with thee. You stand before Ha Elohim for the people, that thou mayest bring their causes unto Ha Elohim, and thou shalt teach them decrees and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men and women, such as reverent men and women of truth, hating dishonest gain, for place such over the people to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties and rulers of tens, and let them judge the people at all seasons. Do this, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. And if thou shalt do this thing, and Elohim command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. And it came to pass that Moses did hearken to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moses and Zipporah chose able men and women from out of all of Israel, and made them heads over the people, even as rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. And it came to pass that Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went on his way into his own land. Chapter 27, the people of the covenant. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah went up unto Ha Elohim, and Yahweh called unto them out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the children of Israel, and tell my children Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on the wings of eagles, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice, indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and priestesses, and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto my children Israel. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah came and called for the elders of the people, both the men and the women, and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh commanded them. And all the people answered together as one, and said, all that Yahweh hath spoken, we will do. And Moses and Zipporah returned the words of the people unto Yahweh. And it came to pass that Yahweh said unto Moses, lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with them, and believe thee forever. And Moses and Zipporah told the words of the people unto Yahweh. And it came to pass that the angel of Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day will Yahweh come down in the sight of all the people upon the mount, and thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up unto the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall surely die. There shall not a hand touch it, but they shall surely die. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. And when the shofar soundeth long, then shall they come up to the mount. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they did wash themselves and their clothes. And Moses and Zipporah said unto the people, be ready against the third day, until they then be ye untouched. And it came to pass that on the third day in the morning, that there were thunders and lightning, and a thick cloud came upon the mount, and the voice of the shofar was exceedingly long, so that all the people in the camp trembled. And Moses and Zipporah brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with Ha Elohim, and they stood on the depth of the mount. And all about it was the mount filled with smoke, because Yahweh descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the shofar sounded long, and waxed louder and louder, and Moses spake, and Ha Elohim answered him by the voice. And Yahweh came down upon the mount, and on the top of the mount, and the angel of Yahweh called Moses and Zipporah up to the top of the mount. And Moses and Zipporah went up. And it came to pass that the angel of Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto Yahweh to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priest and the priestesses also, which come near to Yahweh, sanctify themselves, lest Yahweh break forth upon them. And Zipporah said unto the angel of Yahweh, the people of Israel cannot come up to the mount of Ha Elohim, for thou charged us, saying, set bounds about the mount, and sanctify it. Therefore they fear. Thy fear be upon them. And the angel of Yahweh said unto them, away, get down, and you shall come up, both of you, and Aaron with you. But let not the priest and the priestesses and the people break through to come up unto Yahweh, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses and Zipporah went down unto the people and spoke unto them. Chapter 28, the covenant. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah stood before the congregation of Israel, and they spake unto him, saying, Yahweh spake unto Israel all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. 1. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. 2. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under this earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, thy Elohim, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my mitzvah. 3. Thou shalt not take upon yourselves my name, the name of Yahweh, thy Elohim, in vain. For Yahweh will not hold them guiltless that taketh my name in vain, mocking the covenant. 4. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But on the seventh day is the day of Sabbath of Yahweh, thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, and resteth the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. 5. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee. 6. Thou shalt not murder. 7. Thou shalt not commit adultery. 8. Thou shalt not steal. 9. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. 10. Thou shalt not covet the house of thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet the spouse of thy neighbor, nor their manservant, nor their maidservant, nor their ox, nor their ass, nor anything that be with thy neighbor. Chapter 29, the book of the testimony. And it came to pass that all the people of Israel saw the thundering and lightning and the noise of the shofar and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses and Zipporah, Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not Ha Elohim speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for Ha Elohim is come to prove you, and that reverence to Yahweh may be before your face, that ye walk in Teshuvah. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where Ha Elohim was. And it came to pass that Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, Thus thou shalt say unto my children Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from the heavens. Ye shall not make unto you Elohim of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings and thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thy oxen. And in all places where I record Hashem, I will come unto thee, and I will bless. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy shame be not discovered thereon. Indecency, undefended parts, or nakedness. So no one can look up your skirts. And it came to pass that the voice spake unto Moses and Zipporah, saying, Come up unto Yahweh, Moses and Zipporah, and bring with thee Aaron, Miriam, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, 35 of the males and 35 of the females, and worship ye afar off. And Moses and Zipporah alone shall come near Yahweh, but they shall not come nigh, and the people shall not go up with thee. And Moses and Zipporah came and told the people all the words of Yahweh and all the charge. And all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which Yahweh hath said, we will do. And it came to pass that Moses wrote the word of Yahweh, and he and Zipporah, his wife, rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill, even as they were instructed. And they put around the altar 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And Moses sent young men of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh. And Zipporah sent young women of Israel to give of the offering, that none of the meat was wasted. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he gave unto the young women of Israel. And these poured the libations upon the altar. And Moses took the book of the testimony and read in the audience of the people. And they said, All that Yahweh hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses had them take the meat from the altar and gave it unto the young men and the young women of Israel. And they went and gave meat unto all of Israel that they should eat. And Moses held up the book of the testimony and said unto the people, Behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahweh hath made with you concerning all these words. And it came to pass that Moses and Aaron and Miriam and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel went up, and they saw the Elohim of Israel. And there was under the feet of Ha Elohim, as it were, a paved work of a sapphire stone, as clear as the heavens themselves. But upon the nobles of Israel, not a hand was laid upon them. Thus it was that they saw Ha Elohim and did eat and drink. And it came to pass that Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, Come up to me into the mount and be there, and I will give thee tablets of stone and the Torah and commandments which I have inscribed, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses and Zipporah rose up, and they sent Joshua to speak unto the elders. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah went up unto the mount of Ha Elohim, and Joshua said unto the elders, Thus saith Moses, Tarry ye here for us until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Miriam and Hur are with you. And if anyone hath any concerns, let them come unto them. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount. And the glory of Yahweh abode upon the mount of Ha Elohim, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the seventh day Yahweh called unto Moses and Zipporah out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of Yahweh was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of Israel. And Moses and Zipporah went into the middle of the cloud and got them up into the mount. And Moses and Zipporah were in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. Chapter 30, the calf of gold. And it came to pass that when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, some of the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us Elohim, which shall go before us. And as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we know not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And the people broke off the golden earrings which were in the ears and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool after he had made it a molten calf. And the people said, These be our Elohim, which brought us up out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass that when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast. And the people rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to worship the calf of gold. And it came to pass that Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, Go, get yourselves down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. Behold, they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it and have sacrificed thereunto and said, These be our Elohim, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now, therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation. And Moses and Zipporah besought Yahweh, their Elohim, and Moses said, O Yahweh, why doth thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand? Wherefore, when the Egyptians speak and say, For mischief did Yahweh bring them out, to slay them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth, turn from thy fierce wrath. Thy people will return from this evil. Wherefore, come thou not out against them. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and said unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. And Yahweh said unto Moses, if they will return from the evil which they have done, I will spare them and turn away my fierce wrath. And behold, thou shalt execute judgment upon all that will not repent of this evil this day. Therefore, see thou do this thing that I have commanded thee, or I will execute all that which I had thought to do unto my people. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah went down from the mount, and the two sapphire tablets of testimony were in the hands of Moses. The tablets were written on both their sides, on the one side and on the other were they written. And the tables were the work of Elohim, and the writing was the writing of Elohim graven upon the tables. And it came to pass that when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp. And Zipporah said unto him, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing, that I do hear. And it came to pass that as soon as they came nigh unto the camp, they saw the calf and the people dancing in their nakedness. And anger of Moses waxed hot, and he cast the tables out of his hand and broke them beneath the mount. And Moses took the calf which they had made and burnt it in the fire and ground it into powder and strewed it upon the water. And Moses and made Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people, that they are set on mischief. For they said unto me, make us an Elohim, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we know not what is become of him. And I said unto them, whosoever hath any gold, let them break it off. So they gave it to me. Then I cast it into the fire, and there came out this calf. And it came to pass that when Moses saw that the people were naked, then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who is on the side of the Lord? Let him come unto me. And it came to pass that all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. And Moses said unto them, put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. And Zipporah did say unto her husband, why for didst thou beg for the lives of Israel, and this to come here and slay them thyself? And Moses repented and called off the men. But the children of Levi had already done according to the word of Moses, and there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. And it came to pass that after this Moses did say, consecrate yourselves today in Yahweh, even every one upon their child and upon their brother and their sister, that Yahweh may bestow upon you a blessing this day. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, ye have sinned a great sin, and now we will go up unto Yahweh, peradventure we make an atonement for your sin. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah returned unto Yahweh, and Moses spake unto Yahweh, saying, oh, this people have sinned a great sin, and have made them idols of gold. Yet now, if thou wilt, forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book which thou hast written. And Yahweh said unto Moses, whosoever hath sinned against me, they will I blot out of my book. Therefore now go, thou and thy wife Zipporah, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, mine angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. Chapter 31. The face of Yahweh. And it came to pass that Yahweh said unto Moses and Zipporah, Depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt unto a land flowing with milk and honey, the land which I swore unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, Unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send my angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite unto a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And ye shall say unto my children, Israel, Ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment and consume thee. Therefore now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee. And it came to pass that when the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no one did put on them their ornaments. And so it was that Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by the mount. Okay, I want to look up ornaments. Trappings. Our trappings. Does that mean our favorite sins? And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the congregation. And it came to pass that everyone which sought Yahweh went out unto the tabernacle of congregation, which was without the camp. And it came to pass that Moses went out into the tabernacle, that all the people rose up and stood every one at their tent door and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass that as Moses entered the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle. And there Yahweh talked with Moses. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door, and all the people rose up and worshipped, every one in their tent door. And it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. And Moses turned again unto the camp. But his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, departed not out of the tabernacle. And Moses said unto Yahweh, See, thou sayest unto me and unto Zipporah my wife, Bring up this people, and thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet thou hast said, I know thee by name, and thou hast also found grace in thy sight. Now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people. And the voice said, My presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. And Moses said, If thy presence go not with me, carry us not up hence. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight? Is it not in that thou goest with us? So shall we be separated, I and thy people, from all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And Yahweh said unto Moses, I will do this thing also that thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in my sight, and I know thee by name. And Moses said, I beseech thee, show me thy glory. And the voice said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of Yahweh before thee, and I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. Thou canst not see my face at this time, lest mine anger be kindled against thee also, and I destroy thee and thy people. For there shall no one among them see me at this time and live, for they are exceedingly sinful, and no sinful man or woman hath at any time, neither shall there be any sinful man or woman at any time that shall see my face and live. And Yahweh said, Behold, thou shalt stand upon a rock, and I will prepare a place by me for thee. And it shall come to pass while my glory passeth by, that I will put thee in a cleft of a rock and cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And I shall take away mine hand, and thou shalt see my back parts, for my face shall not be seen as at other times, for I am angry with my people Israel. Chapter 32, the second stone tablets. And it came to pass that Yahweh said unto Moses, Hew thee two other tables of sapphire like unto the first, and I will write upon them also the words of the Torah, according as thou were written on the first tablets, which thou breakest. But they shall not receive according to the first, for I will take away my power from out of their midst. Therefore, my holy order of the ordinances thereof shall not go before them, for my presence shall not go up in their midst, lest I destroy them. And this is the plague I shall send upon the people, because they worship the calf which Aaron made. And I will give unto them the Torah as at the first, but they shall not understand it, but shall read it to be after the law of carnal commandments. And I have sworn in my wrath that they shall not enter into my presence, into my rest in the days of their pilgrimage. But should they turn away from Egypt and walk in Teshuvah to me, then shall they enter Eden, and there find my rest, and enter into my presence. And in this their pilgrimage shall be my children, even Israel. Therefore, do as I have asked of thee, and be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning unto the mount of Ha Elohim, thou and thy wife Zipporah, and present thyself there to me on the top of the mount. And no one else shall come up with thee, neither let anyone be seen throughout all the mount, neither let the flocks nor herds feed before that mount, but thy wife Zipporah, she shall bring with thee. And it came to pass that Moses hewed two tablets of stone like unto the first, and he rose up early in the morning and went up unto the mount with his wife Zipporah, even as Yahweh had commanded him. And they took him, and they took with them the two tablets of sapphire. And Yahweh descended in the cloud and stood with them there. And that angel of Yahweh proclaimed the name of Yahweh. And the angel of Yahweh passed by before them and proclaimed, Yahweh, Yahweh El is merciful and gracious, long suffering and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and rebellion and sin, acquitting not the transgressors, but visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third to the fourth generation. And Moses and Zipporah made haste and bowed their heads toward the earth and worshiped. Chapter 33, the Ten Commandments. And Moses said, If now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go amongst us. Though we are a stiff-necked people, forgive us our iniquity and our sin, and take us for thine inheritance. And the voice said, Behold, I make a covenant. Before all thy people, I will do marvels such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people among which thou art shall see the work of Yahweh, for it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee. Observe thou that which I instruct thee this day. 1. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. Take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. But ye shall tear down their altars, break their obelisks, and cut down their idols of wood, for thou shalt worship no other God. For Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous Elohim. Do this, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and my people shall go a whoring after their Elohim, and do sacrifice unto their Elohim, and one call thee and thou eat of their sacrifice, and thou fulfill their desire to receive unto thy will to bestow, which is to say, when they go a whoring after their Elohim, ye too shall go a whoring after their Elohim, thereby giving pleasure to their flesh. 2. Thou shalt make thee no molten Elohim. 3. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I commanded thee in the first month, for in the first month thou camest out of Egypt. 4. All of the firstborn from every womb are mine, even the firstlings among thy livestock, be they ox or sheep. But the firstlings of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou redeem them not, then shalt thou break their neck. All the firstborn of thy sons and daughters thou shalt redeem, and none shall appear before me empty handed. 5. Honor the Sabbath day of the seventh day. Honor the Sabbath of the seventh day. 6 days shalt thou work, but on the seventh day thou shalt rest. In earing time and in harvest thou shalt rest. 6. And thou shalt observe the Sabbaths of the Feast of Weeks, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the end of the season. 7. Thrice in the year, in thy Sabbath, shall all your children appear before the Lord, Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel. For I will cast out the nations before thee and enlarge their borders. Neither shall anyone desire thy land when thou shalt go up to appear before Yahweh, thy Elohim, thrice in the year. 8. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven, neither shall the sacrifice of the feast of unleavened bread be left unto the morning. 9. The first of the first fruits of thy hand thou shalt bring unto the house of Yahweh, thy Elohim. 10. Thou shalt not cook a kid in the milk of his mother. And Yahweh saith unto Moses, write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel. But they shall not understand my words, and the time will come that they shall forget them. But when these words are returned unto my children, they shall be given the power to understand the true priesthood of my covenant with my children, even Israel. And it came to pass that Moses and Zipporah were there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. And while in the presence of Yahweh, neither did they eat bread nor drink water. And Moses wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant and the 10 commandments. Well, I hate to stop. I'm enjoying this, but I will end it here and we can meet back for another time. Thanks for joining me on Prophets of Babel, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.